Even if you die right now, Edgar, that shit was hot. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, Geek Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Boys Season 3. We're now into episode 4, which is called Glorious 5-Year Plan. So last episode, as usual, freaky, weird, exciting, intriguing, and also very what? In this one, we basically got a little bit of the history behind what happened to the original Homelander, I guess one could say, Soldier Boy. Billy and his crew went to go visit Ryan, aka talk to, oh gosh, what is her name? I always forget her name. Mallory, about what actually happened. We got to get a little flashback, see these guys in action, but also understand a little bit more of why Mallory works the way she does and why she has such a, shall we say, a repulsion towards supers. But we found out from that Soldier Boy was apparently taken. His body was taken, but they have no idea if he was dead or alive. We also finally found out what happened to poor Black Noir's face and why he always wears that mask. We also saw that Billy is really, really struggling with the side effects of taking that V24. I still maintain that that's not really a 24-hour thing, but we'll have to see how it goes. And then one of the saddest things that happened, of course, was Billy unnecessarily severing his ties with Ryan in the sense of the way he did it, not necessarily the fact that it needed to be done. So I'm very ready to get into this episode, but before I do, I just want to say welcome to those who are new to my channel. We do reactions out here. We'd love to have you join the fam if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I do these reactions as well as others. And I'd appreciate if you get a little love to the like button of this video if you really do like it. It helps the girl out a lot. And for those of you who've been here before, thank you for coming back. Welcome back. And if you haven't joined the fam already, please hit that button. We're almost at 10K. It's getting closer, and I'd love you to be part of that journey. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into episode 4 right about now. Oh my God, I remember Solid Gold. Oh my God, I used to love this show. I think it came out on Saturdays. What? How much do they have to pay Jensen to do this? Yeah, Soul Train definitely had better dancing. Why are you watching this, MM? This is unhealthy. This is very unhealthy. Oh, that's the vomit, isn't it? Oh, poor Huey. Did you apologize to Huey? I hope you apologized to Huey.
You had superpowers? Oh, no. It's just
not the intrigue.
It's scary to see a man that strong, that riled up.
Yeah, well, I am riled up.
That strong, that weak?
I thought courageous speech.
Of course you're going to say that to the man with lasers in his eyes.
Homelander might bark a little, but he won't bite. He's still afraid of me.
Is he? Are you okay now, Billy? Are you just going to start spewing green shit into people's faces randomly now?
That's giving me some credit.
Where it's due, love. Way I heard it, you filmed a couple of punters from the Interior Ministry having a right on frolic under your golden shower.
Look at her. She's like, yes, continue to stroke my ego.
And what would ease your pain?
Shelly,
No. No.
that is all I want.
Frenchie.
Not the time. I understand where Frenchie's coming from, but this is why he always has a handler. He's too emotional.
Whatever it takes. This is what it takes.
You can't have it both ways, Huey.
It's gonna be okay.
No, she's going to be traumatized for life.
Well, that's how me and Maeve started out. Man, quite spicy.
Yeah, no, that's never going to happen again, but...
Touch him or anyone he cares about, and I'll walk. And I'll take my approval points with me.
He's so mad. She saved you again.
I'll call you later.
There is nothing in the world that would make me do that. Yeah, he did that on purpose.
Hey Trey, Black Lives Matter is my favorite hashtag. My Insta, nothing but black screens.
I'm really actually loving that they're showing what a lot of people turned a very real movement into. Is this a commercial? It's a commercial. Oh, gross. God, this is so gross. And the sad part is I bought into it because I know that he's someone who would just join a cause for the sake of joining it. The fact that he literally just made a joke of real protest. Oh my God, someone help that man.
First time flying private, kid?
First time
I
being
want to fly private one day, but not to, do a weird, crazy Russian spy mission to like the Maldives or something.
Pretend you're an entourage.
Pretend you're on entourage. I can't. But truthfully, Frenchie, I don't know. I feel like this is a hard one. I mean, Frenchie does not want to be the one to sell someone out, but that chick screwed herself. Who screws around with a Russian drug lord? Who does that? Not them making a joke out of it already. Sorry, Huey. I'm so sorry.
You'll be the wanker's pro girl for the night. Just get in there, give the cunt the good news, and get the fuck out easy.
She
peasy.
doesn't really kill people like that.
It was this or Cherie's head.
Yep.
Look at now.
You can't have it both ways.
I'll tell you what to do, and you fucking do it.
Billy, this is not the way to keep a team together. That's already kind of on the skids, There's a lot to talk about in this episode. It's completely wrong, but at the same time, what else are they doing?
How he's been acting
He's
lately.
invincible.
There might be a way. Okay, it's safer if you don't know how, but
Annie, no.
there's Maeve. We probably need 4 or 5 more.
Annie, no. You dumb girl.
Okay, I'm in.
You're in.
I do not trust it. How would you? Why? You're going to get this guy killed.
Seriously, we have the best taco bowls right here in the building. Should make you feel right at home, pal.
God. We're going to enjoy watching you die, Homelander.
This is muy delicioso.
I hope they gave him a fish taco.
Victoria Newman is doing a press conference tonight.
So,
It's about you.
you're just finding out about it now?
I'm sure it's a nothing burger.
A what?
Is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid?
Huh? Is that even a phrase?
Like Ashton Kutcher fucked a clownfish. What at me, bro? I forgot your legs don't fucking work.
His fists do. What's wrong with you two? You're too old for this. You're clearly too weak. Look at Homelander like, this is my team.
Just stay there and rest those useless fucking legs.
The fact that this is so symbolic of how so many things work in America. Please don't tell him the plan. He's going to tell him the plan. Don't.
What if
Ah!
we could do something about it?
Oh God, no. This is why you're a dummy, Starlight. This is why Maeve didn't tell you. Someone's going to crack. I know someone's going to crawl to it. And it's probably going to be A-Train because A-Train loves fame more than anything. Even though he went through that extraordinarily racist situation right there, he is still going to go crawling to Homelander because he's okay.
And that's why we brought you in. Because no matter how hard I gotta be, you're here to look after the boys.
I somewhat understand what Butcher is talking about. When you're doing something like this kind of hard shit, you need someone who's willing to make the hard decisions and to basically be the jerk, right? Billy feels like he's willing to sacrifice. Sorry, but before I start to leave, girl, I feel you, girl. Heels are. They should have gotten you some platforms. I'm sorry. That's a bop. I had to dance. I was going to say, at least Billy is willing to be the person to take all the flack for the hard decisions. It's not an easy place to be, but typically people who are in charge of difficult things have to bear the brunt of the negative blowback. And Billy's at least willing to do that. Huh? I don't speak Ruski.
The Jeep Flander Pounder, Black Noir Silent Screamer, we be there. Come.
I mean, I guess it only makes sense that they would have sex toys. best thing I've ever seen. She was like, I was feeling very iffy about whether or not I wanted to do this. And then he showed me that closet. Get them, Kumiko. Show them who's boss. No, not Russian. I will survive. Yes, please destroy all these things. Why do you keep reaching in there? Oh, that was a sexy move. Not all these men being killed with sex toys. I'm dead. That is amazing and fitting. No, why? You have to wonder what goes through the minds of the people who decide to do these scenes. Like, who comes up with this? You bitch. Don't fall for it. She might shoot you again. She still has the gun, Kumiko. Oh, this is her worst fear, to be perceived as a monster. Even though she killed the people that were going to violate you in ways that were going to traumatize you for life. Just leave, Kumiko. Just leave.
Provided evidence of crimes committed within Bot by CEO Stan Edgar. And in the coming days, the FBSA will be investigating charges of blackmail, perjury.
Homelander got to her. I don't blame him. I really don't blame her. Edgar gave her literally zero assurance that she was not going to lose everybody in her life.
I have to look out for Zoe.
Okay. I can't fault her. I had a feeling she was going to do that because Edgar gave her zero reassurance. Oh, you'll be fine. He's scared of me. What, your human frail self? He's scared of you? If she didn't have a kid, she might have thought about it, but...
Is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid?
Wow, you're stealing lines from the dumbest man on the planet. He was right.
Then I would have to punish you.
I really don't care about this twisted woman's hair-pulling sex life. Can we move on? We get it. Everyone at Vought is absolutely depraved. Can we move on?
Nina's gonna love this. See? Told you. Easy peasy.
No, traumatizing and horrible. But I get it. Billy can't really be apologetic. I don't think it's going to help in that moment. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kumiko.
They were so scared.
They were. But I mean, come on. If someone came in and did what you did, I'd be terrified of you too. But I wouldn't have shot you because I'd have been like, thanks. But they also might have been worried that you'd come for them next. They had no guarantee you wouldn't.
So we do this job. And then where do you want to go?
I mean, okay. I guess. But I also don't think that it's going to end there. Oh, he got a hug. Progress.
Happy flow day? Kidding. Be honest.
People are going to enjoy seeing your demise, sir.
Read you a recipe, all 11 herbs and spices.
Is this the recipe for V?
I'm glad you chose your own kind.
Ew!
It was smart.
Bye. Please fly into the sun, I beg. Damn, I hate being right sometimes. But I did call this. I did. And apparently Billy also forgot that, like, all the people who are doing V, like, A train, that it's addictive.
Okay? It's just a matter of time. I have to do this.
No, you don't. You don't.
It was like I was back with every bully that I ever had, just taking it. And then she had to save me again.
All these men and their fragile egos is honestly exhausting.
It's punishment. You don't deserve none of it.
What did you do?
He just wants to feel powerful. For him, it is absolutely power. But yes, he is always going to punish himself for not being strong enough to save his precious Becca.
Don't blame Vicky.
I don't. If there's one thing I taught her, it was to play all sides. She's more like me than I ever imagined.
A little respect, Stan. Something you should have given me.
Okay.
Where would it even go? But to the bottomless, gaping pit of insecurity you call a soul.
Woo! Bars!
I used to be intimidated by you.
You still are.
Then why are you still here?
Exactly.
Looking for my approval, like I'm your daddy. Eventually, probably soon, the world will recognize you for the pitiful disappointment you are. You are not worthy of my respect.
Tell him!
God, you are simply bad product.
Even if you die right now, Edgar, that shit was hot.
Did the same thing to me. And I'm all right.
So her daughter was born normal.
So you know what? It's gonna make you so strong and safe
If it kills her,
forever.
it's on you, Mom. Into her spine? I understand the thinking behind it, but damn. Are you certain Homelander didn't toy with that? Y'all taking way too many risks with people you claim to care about.
Okay, come here. It's okay. It's okay.
Also, what if her mutation is something that makes her like impossible for her to go outside or something? Like,
Fresh ain't shooting us with AK-47s on full auto, mother.
right? Well, see, Billy's not worried anymore now because he's bulletproof for the next 24 hours. Or more.
Rocky 4, motherfucker.
Stop!
Any idea what this soup gun is supposed to look like?
No, you know nothing. If it even exists. You're literally going off the word of someone that was high as a kite during an attack. Oh, God, do we want to know what's in there? Is it Soldier Boy? Open it. Open it! How hilarious would it be if Hugh Jackman ran out with, like, you know, metal claws just naked into the...
You get you. Don't fuck with it. Just leave him alone.
MM's like, MM is me. We don't know what they did to this thing. And after watching, you know, All of Us Are Dead, I'm not messing with any rodents.
My daughter went through 3 of them.
Told y'all. Wow, they came in shooting. I'm sorry, is that a levitating hamster? No, not the hamster's revenge. Let it be. I think you should go. They clearly had beef. Time to show your cards, Billy Bob. You ready? You've been dying to do it anyways. Contingency my ass. They're like, wait, what? I don't think MM is going to be okay with this at all. And I know Kumiko is going to be pissed because she's going to be like, you could do that and you sent my ass to kill.
MM!
He took it. I knew it. I was like, I bet you Huey snuck and took a dose. Look at it. That is not a face of being impressed. And poor Kumiko's like, out of all of the vile things I've seen in my life, this tops them.
Your dick's out.
Yeah. How did you not notice that, Huey? Didn't feel a little breeze?
Let's just find this thing. Get the fuck out of here, all right?
Whatever.
Better than this, kid.
You're actually the worst person to have taken it, Huey. I mean, Butcher is too, but yeah, exactly. You're exactly. Because everyone knows that you did it for the same reasons that A-Train did it. And we all know how that ended up. Open it! Soldier Boy? Jensen Ackles? Let's see if he's naked and if it's more impressive. It's Jensen Ackles! He's like, who the hell are you? Oh, MM? Oh no, MM, are you okay, bro? Another naked man, thought so. Are we impressed? Why the crap did he do that? Can he control it? I don't know if he did it on purpose. It didn't look like he did it on purpose.
Boy, she's not healing.
Oh no!
Boss, Richie, fresh boss.
Not this psychopath.
In your eyes.
Open your eyes. Miko, there you go.
He was literally high. Like, she's dying and he's like tripping out in the front seat.
They must have done something to him.
I was about to say, I don't think that was part of his powers.
Ain't no team for me to hold together no more. Miko, no, please, no. You made sure of that. Come on. Miko! Hold her head up.
You did cross the line, Billy. Why wouldn't she heal? I'm wondering if it's because of the nature of the blast or because she's really struggling right now.
Alex.
I knew you were going to get him killed.
A-Train told me about you two mutineers and your little plot.
Told you.
I mean, if you so much as fucking blinked,
Dumb girl.
then that, my love, will be Huey.
Maybe it should be.
Find your own way home.
Well, at least he didn't drop you from the sky, I guess. I knew that guy was going to die from very early on. But you deserved that, Starlight. Oh, he didn't deserve that. But I don't know what the hell you was thinking. Well, that is, that's a good place to end on. I knew it was going to turn out that way. I really don't know why Starlight thought she could just start doing that about a plan that was not even fully formed yet. I'm just hoping to God that our little deceased boy there did not say also that Maeve was in on it, because Maeve was trying to keep this on the DL. This is why she didn't tell you, Starlight, because since season 1, she's known that you're not playing with a full deck, you know. Sorry, let me take that back. That's rude. You're just a little too wholesome. You keep thinking that you understand the nature of people and you don't, Starlight. You don't get it. This was not something you need to tell anybody about. You just needed to know your role and play along, since that's what you were going to do. Because now, not only can you not maneuver, not only can you not even talk to Huey now, because now Homelander's already onto you more than he would have been otherwise. So there's no way you're going to be able to do anything with Huey without him listening or having somebody else nearby listening. Y'all ain't going to be able to do any of that. And he's going to be watching Huey again. So it's like you just single-handedly took any small edge you had as far as surprise where he's concerned completely off the table. This is why you have to learn. My God, I don't know. Oh, it's so frustrating. Her and Huey are definitely a perfect pair because they're two people who do not think before they act, and they always feel like they've got something to prove. And don't get me wrong, I know that her heart was in the right place, but Starlight just keeps underestimating that these people are so depraved. Everyone is depraved. I knew the second that he told A-Train that A-Train was going to tell. I knew he was. And the thing is, I bet you he probably wasn't going to, but when he saw that what's her name, Explodey Head, Nadia, ended up flaking and not exposing Homelander, if Edgar's gone, there's no other ceiling, right? So, oh man, poor Starlight. It's a hard lesson to learn, but you know what? She needs to start understanding. And it's a really hard thing because one of the things that's amazing about Starlight is that goodness in her. Like the fact that she does see, it's like that guy said earlier in the episode, she does see the good in people. She does try to, believe everybody's intrinsically good. But the sad reality is that it's just not true. It's just not true. And in this company, in this world, after all she's been through now in the first 2 seasons, you think she would know you can't trust anything at Vought. You can't trust anyone who's been within the Vought machine this long. But she learned that lesson now. Like, unfortunately, this guy's going to be all up her butt. And she's not even going to have, like I said, the space to do any kind of operation. Like I said, I'm just praying that Maeve didn't get exposed in all of this because my girl's just been trying to do what she needs to do. And she knew to keep her mouth shut. But you saw that's exactly why Maeve acts the way she does towards Starlight and has since season 1. Like, she's like, I see this girl and I know she's about to do something stupid. Much like Huey. Let's talk about that for a second. Huey, this ridiculous storyline that is still going on with him always feeling emasculated and his insecurities about not being a super coming to the surface and making him do stupid stuff. This has literally been since a season 1 thing. And I'm just like, oh my God, Huey, like what is it going to take for you to finally stop just, comparing yourself to other people, super or not? Because the thing is, even if Homelander wasn't the strongest man in the world, even if these soups were not soups, it would be something else. It would be, if someone had better muscles than him, or if someone had a better, flirt game than him, or if he had a better job, or if he made more money, or if he drove a nicer car. Like, Huey, when are you going to realize you're enough? Starlight is with you, your basic non-super ass. If she wanted a super, she has a lineup of them that she could be with. She chose you. She's chosen you. What more do you want? But this is not even about her. Clearly, Huey has always suffered from a little bit of wannabeism. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. And this was just the opportunity he was looking for. You know, he really thinks that by taking this compound and having his little powers, that he's suddenly going to be like, okay, he's going to feel like he's enough now. He thinks that Starlight's going to be like, oh my gosh, and like what, flail into his arms? Like, he's so frustrating. And I'm so glad that the team gave him the look that, because they were all like, Huey, you're the one person we thought had some sense. You're the one person who should know that you're taking it for the reasons that you're taking it is exactly the reason you don't take V24. Billy wasn't any more justified, to be honest. Like I said, that's all about his own obsession. And it's interesting that in this episode, he also said he sees it as a form of punishment because he does hate supers, but he didn't have to. And as I said, V's addictive. We know V's a drug. It's addictive. So he is addicted. He's going to be addicted. And now we're going to have both him and freaking Huey trying to detox from this thing probably half the season, which is annoying. But anyways, interesting that happened. I'm really wondering what might happen if he does, eventually get to see Starlight and she sees that he's on this. I also wonder if he's going to get stupid enough to think he can go up against Homelander with his temporary powers, because even though, as we saw with Butcher especially, the powers are very similar to Homelander's, I don't think they're on the same par. You know what I mean? And the thing is, again, Homelander's powers don't even hurt Homelander. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if it ends up happening, if he ends up doing something stupid, then he deserves whatever he gets. But I'm just kind of over this whole emasculation, needy, self-doubting thing that Huey's been on for like 3 seasons now. This man's got to either figure out that he's worth it or just give it up. Like, date a regular girl and be done, because Starlight is never going to not be a super. So I need you to just calm down. And I really don't want you to be a super. If this is the energy that you are taking V24 with and what you're thinking powers will give you, you're going to be worse than Homelander. Okay? That is the truth. You are going to be like the Deep and Homelander combined. Like, just no, Huey. It's just a no for me. Kumiko, quick touch on her. Again, she's really struggling. We've seen this since last season in particular. She doesn't like what she uses her powers for. Like, the powers that she has, at this point in time, she can't see them being used for anything other than hurting people. She was trained as an assassin. She was trained as a weapon. She hates that about her powers. She associates her powers with being an assassin rather than seeing that it is something that, gives her an amazing sense of invulnerability, which is cool, and that she can use it to protect people that she loves. But I get why she can't dissociate the negative from her powers. And the fact that Billy is being very insensitive about handling her with it, I understand why she's like, I'm over it. I want to leave. I don't want to be here and put up with this. I mean, this is what Billy does, right? Billy really does make everyone want to leave him because he just doesn't have the tact. He doesn't bother to show the affection and the empathy. And we saw in this episode when he was talking to MM that he has his reasons. Like, in his mind, he has to be the asshole in order to get things done and then have the nice people kind of pick up the pieces. But he's got to realize you can't always be the asshole. Like, even if you're the asshole, you got to give a little bit. And he kind of does like this much, but it really isn't just that. Like I said in the episode, I do think when you are doing something as crazy as hunting supers like he is and making these hard choices, you do have to be the person willing to make the hard choices and take the consequences. But this is still a team, and a team requires some level of mutual respect and a level of empathy. And that's where Billy doesn't do his duty. And that's a lot of that is his own projection over his own self-loathing, his own guilt, his own sense of feeling inadequate, his own sense of hating himself for what he's done. It's very complex and messy in there. He is almost as messed up as Homelander, let's be real. But yeah, so all of that going on inside of him, because that's what's going on in him, he can't help but to project that on the people that are closest to him. And I think Becca was one of the few people he didn't give the worst of it to. But as we found out last season, even she got some, negative effects from him always kind of pouring that vitriol into other places in his life. So anyway, do I think it's going to change? Do I think Billy's going to change in that regard? I don't know. I thought Ryan might be the person who might help him do that. But unless, he can somehow get back into Ryan's life, I don't know how else Billy's going to get there, because he does have a lot, as I said, of self-loathing and doubt and guilt going on there. And as long as that's happening, he's not going to be able to connect with anyone, let alone his team. And of course, by taking the serum, of course, it makes him look like a giant hypocrite. And that's why, he lost a lot of respect points with his team in this one. And then, of course, willy-nilly going after Soldier Boy. You know, we saw now is traumatized again, and we saw that unfortunately poor Kumiko got the brunt of whatever that attack was, which I said I still don't think that Soldier Boy meant to do it. He looked very disoriented and very displaced when he got out of that pod. So, and that's also, like I said, I don't think that was one of his original powers. So I don't even think he meant to do that. So anyway, I hope that Kumiko survives. Obviously, I love her character. It'd suck if she died like this, but I don't think she will. But I'm very interested as to why she's not healing from this particular wound. But that's probably, actually, sorry, that goes part and parcel with why they're even in Russia. Duh. Clearly the Russians have developed something that affects supers that are normally fairly invulnerable. So we'll see if they click into that next episode. But obviously it's bad for Kumiko to be the one to be the litmus test for the fact that the Russians do have this. And the hamster thing, just hilarious. Got to say that. And then the final note is the whole Homelander, reverse Uno, getting Edgar out of power finally. I'm not going to talk much about what went down with Nadia because I understand where Nadia was coming from. As I said in the episode, she felt threatened. Edgar was giving her zero options as far as guaranteeing her safety, truly. And Homelander, being the petty little bitch that he is, he definitely would have gone after her or her daughter. So I'm just like, and of course, I do think he also found out that Natalie was a super before this too. Nadia, sorry. So I think she did what was best for herself. I also think that Edgar always knew that there was a chance that she would double cross him. But I do think he also kind of overestimated his power over her as a father figure. But I like that, the fact that Homelander said like his blood pressure was 80/60. He was not intimidated. He wasn't scared. He wasn't upset by this course of events. So that tells me that Edgar probably already has a few contingencies in place already. And again, you cannot play a game like he is with supers and Vought without at the back of your mind knowing that one day you might just get a laser to the face. So I don't think he's actually that panicked about things, but I loved his speech to Homelander was so well done and encapsulated this character so well in just a few sentences. He's like, dude, I don't respect you and I don't fear you because you're not worthy of those things because you are just a product gone wrong. Everything you've done proves that you are still a self-approval seeking boy. That's it. And I can't be scared of that because I'm a full self-actuated man, right? Like Edgar may be a douchebag. He may be an absolute piece of crap, but at least he owns that. You know what I'm saying? He owns that and he understands it. And really in the end, whether Homelander likes it or not, he knows that Edgar knows that Homelander only is what he is because Vought created him, right? Like they literally, he wasn't born this way. He wasn't something that happened because of God. Like he was man-made. He was made in a lab, like at the bottom of Vought. So, when someone knows your whole origin story, it's kind of hard to really, make it seem like you're someone important. And I love that, in just a few sentences, like I said, Edgar put him in his place. And that is the kryptonite for Homelander. And that's what no one has really figured out yet because they're all buying into the bravado and into the threats and into the temper tantrums. And they're understandable because that man can kill people with his temper tantrums. But the reality is his kryptonite is self-approval and love. The two things that he's never had for himself and never really experienced from anyone. So that's really what it comes down to. And I love that Edgar said, you think that being at the top and having no one above you and having to be in charge of all of this is going to be easy. And you're about to learn that as powerful as you are, you cannot control 8 billion people. It's not possible. And you're going to figure out really quickly, especially because he is someone who is so reliant on being loved and perceived as someone good and doing good, that when he does inevitably screw up, over and over again, and there's no one to take the blame and fix it and do it. Little redhead pulling out her hair is not going to be able to fix every issue. He's going to kill all the people that he feels like is disappointing him, and it's still not going to fix it. He's going to crumple. You think he snapped yet? You think he snapped now? You wait till he really realizes that there is nowhere left for him to go and no one else left who cares enough to fix it. That's when you're going to really see the true Homelander snap. I think the rest of the season is going to be very interesting to see how it's going to build up. I don't think we're going to have that full meltdown in this season, but I think it's going to build up to a very interesting place for Vought. And of course, the Seven, because they're in a very precarious place because, Edgar was also very instrumental in keeping the Seven together and handled. And now with that control out of place, yeah, things are definitely going to get dicey and spicy as the season goes on, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next episode.